Hello and welcome to the Happiness Is podcast with me, your host, Bruce Aitchison. And I am very excited today because we are dialing in all the way from Hong Kong with a very special group of women. Let's waste no more time and bring in Shona, Tomo, Jaz, and Abbie. Hello.
Hiya!
Hello!
So when we spoke about enthusiasm, Jaz was the only one listening. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, Bruce.
So we're in Hong Kong Island. Do we like the roadshow of the World 7s, Shona? Do you enjoy being in different stops all around the world?
Yeah, no, I can't complain. Get to live the dream traveling around the place.
You're a long way from Dundee now.
Yeah, thank God.
Can't say that. Hello, Hall of Famer.
Woo woo!
Hello.
You realise you're going to have to perform this weekend, Tomo, otherwise they might take it back off you next week.
You're so right, actually. Yeah, no, excited for Hong Kong and excited for a lovely dinner when we get back. Bruce, spend some time together.
Yeah, I am more excited than you are because the tone of your voice there really wasn't fully excitement.
That's excitement levels for me.
Yeah, that is. Jaz, you're an excitable person. What's it like flying the flag for Wales in Team GB?
Wales.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good to be fair. Obviously, we got Nick, who's also Welsh. Rona is basically Welsh as well. Her dad's as Welsh as can be with Cymru and Beth written on his arm. So, but no, it's good. Yeah, unfortunate that obviously Kaylee's injured, but yeah, brilliant to be here flying the Welsh flag.
So are you the one that can sing? Because supposedly everybody in Wales can sing.
Yeah, I'm quite a good singer, to be fair.
Come on then.
It sounds like there's a challenge from Abbie. Are you a singer, Abbie?
Oh, absolutely not. Don't claim to be, and will not sing for you.
Oh, that's a shame. But you're the captain. You're the leader. Tell me, Abbie, who's the biggest nightmare? Who's the one that will lose their passport, turn up late, not have what they're supposed to have? Who do you have to keep in check?
No, I'm joking. I actually don't. I think actually Ellie Boatman. No, I think Ellie Boatman over most people.
Really?
Yeah, I had one incident with her last year, with a passport gone missing. But yeah, say Ellie Boatman.
Ellie Boatman. And is there any sort of tensions amongst the nations, Abbie, that you have to iron out as the leader?
Well, sometimes the Scots don't really like us. But Scots don't really like the English, but we're getting past it. We're moving past it as GB.
Culture.
Yeah.
Culture.
So only a little bit, but nothing too much. Only a bit of banter.
Just music.
Music taste or music songs, or what's the music issue, Tomo?
We're just infiltrating with our Scottish music. Scary Vor, Skipnish. Yeah.
Love Scary Vor.
We do like it.
Yeah, no,
we
like,
actually
we're just
really
pushing it in
really
there.
do enjoy it.
It's
Small
been well
doses.
received.
Yeah.
Well, Scary Vor were on the podcast on the Monday and then played live as the warm-up for Scotland-Wales at the Six Nations. So I'm expecting big things this weekend.
Class.
Nice.
Well, now you've got contact. If they want to come and
Live show
with us,
play.
They're playing in Hawick.
Aye, they are.
Right, here, I'm going to phone Channel 4. I reckon a fly-on-the-wall documentary, the GB women's squad in Hawick for the Scary Vor concert.
Class.
I'm here for it.
Make it happen, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a guy that knows people, so
I reckon that Abbie, Jaz, when the Scots get a bit angry and emotional, is it a struggle to understand what they're saying?
I think sometimes without the angle, the emotion, sometimes it's hard to know what they're saying. Rona's probably got the strongest accent, and when she speaks really fast, that's when it's quite hard. But she'd probably be the only person.
Really? Tomo, you must be hiding that Hawick accent.
I've got a good sandbed English in me.
Yeah. Only certain words or things we haven't heard, like spraffing's a new one.
Aye.
Tomo says aye every 5 seconds.
I'm a guy with the
Aye.
Shona, you're the young pup. Are you the one that's sort of showing them the way and telling them what's cool and keeping them relevant?
Keeping us on trend,
I don't think that. Yeah, probably not me for trends. Yeah, probably someone else.
We're not that old.
Yeah.
No, I know, but she is a young pup. Shona is a young pup.
I'm messing. She is.
Who's got the coolest Crocs?
Ooh.
Crocs aren't really where it's at.
Whoa! I don't
Oh,
have.
sorry. Where is it at, Shona?
Birkin clogs is where it's at.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
fair.
Can I hide money?
Size 9 slides? Size 5 feet? Is that where it's at?
Shut up. Jazz has got a pair of sliders that are way too big for her feet. They're like or sport.
Oh, I can't believe we're going to have to use the beeper. I can't believe the Hall of Famer has just dropped the bomb.
Hall of Fame. You're going to have to cancel it. Take it from her.
Do you know, I did think about warning you before I hit record, and then I thought, nah, the media training, she'll be sorted. You can take the girl out of Hoik.
No, cancel that.
Well, I had to edit the boys one this morning, so we might have to edit that one as well. Otherwise, your mum will not be happy. So, Jazz, what's it like scoring a try in a full stadium?
Yeah, pretty cool to be fair. I need to work on my try celebration though, because people are bullying me for it.
I
so-
thought you were going to say your dive.
Oh,
Because
I
your dive
dive.
needs work on because she kind of goes like knees and then like
Yeah.
places rather than just like a.
But we've been
smooth.
playing it on 4G, which has been ripping our skin apart.
I think I've seen you dive like this for the last.
No, I
5
know.
years.
Yeah, fine. It is cool, but I need to work on how to score a try maybe. But I'll work on that.
Scoring in front of the South Stand in a packed Hong Kong stadium, you must be buzzing for that motivation, are you?
Yeah, definitely. I got the chance to play in the stadium before, but there was about 10 people there. So to have it full, I think, a lot of people say this is one of the best stadiums to play in. So, yeah, excited to get out there.
Abbie, forgive me for this phrase, but please let me finish. You've been around, you've been to a lot of these venues. Where's your favourite?
Favorite place probably Dubai, just because there's so many people, especially like a lot of English and GB now people. GB people now. It was English last tense. A lot of people from home come over and actually support you. So I think Dubai probably is up there with one of my favorites. I'm kind of hoping Hong Kong is similar in that respect with so many people, especially with the tens going on at the moment. I think a lot of them are staying out to watch and stuff like that. So yeah, hoping it kind of has a similar kind of buzz as Dubai.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. Shona, do you get any stick for being a touch player?
No,
not really. To be fair, I'm not the only one. So Isla's obviously touch as well. So we kind of stick together in the touch front and stand up for touch.
Yeah, when there's two of you can't really.
It's hard to pick on two people at once. So yeah.
If you're playing touch games in training, do you turn into one of those touch geek referees? Do you get a bit shirty with people if they don't play at the rules?
We never really play actual touch. We play like rugby touch. So there's a bit of like I create a separation and then I don't get too much of a rules nose.
I don't think I've ever had as much abuse than I have from a touch referee. They get really shirty, don't they?
Yeah, but that's because like rugby players try to say they know the rules and they don't. So it's quite triggering for them. But
quite triggering. That's the polite way to put it. I like it. What are you looking forward to this weekend, Shona? Have you been to Hong Kong before?
No, I've not been to Hong Kong before. So yeah, I've heard a lot about the stadium and like the atmosphere. So I think that's definitely what I'm looking forward to the most.
Tomo, are you going to get down to the tens to support some of your buddies that are playing in various teams?
Yeah, we're heading down tomorrow morning. So Thursday's our day off. So we're going to head down, watch Barts in the morning, do a bit of shirt press, and see some of Hong Kong, and then chill, ready for Friday.
Who's in charge of socials? The boys had a bit of a shocker with their excursion today. Paddy Kelly was getting a bit of stick for what he organised. what have you got lined up? Who's in charge?
Usually Rona.
Yeah, Rona's social sec.
She's a bit of a culture vulture, Rona, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's going to find us a nice brunch place to go in the morning.
Nothing too exciting.
Yeah.
Who's in the coffee club? Sevens players love a coffee.
Most of us.
Most of us are actually.
Shona's getting into it.
Yeah, slowly getting there.
It's the social. It's more
It's
the
the
social.
Yeah.
Well, you need to head to Happy Valley. Go to Happy Valley. There's heaps of nice places to get coffee there, and then you can wander down and watch the tens, or you could watch the tens and then wander up for nice coffee in Happy Valley.
Good shout.
Nice, Bruce.
It's very cool. What events are you looking forward to in the run up to it? Is there anything exciting that they've got planned before you actually take to the field? No dinners, no invites, no.
No invites come our way.
We've got nothing.
So if anyone wants to
Yeah.
invite us,
Yeah,
let us
if you know
we're
anyone.
free.
Right, let's make
Nothing
some
fancy.
calls because the GB women have got some time on their hands. What do you do at night time? Who's the social team?
Sleep.
Play
Alright.
5 crowns. Yeah, we've got a new game at the moment in camp called 5 crowns. So we've been playing that most evenings.
5 crowns. Never heard of it. What do you do in 5 crowns?
It's a bit like rummy. Ever played rummy?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, but you've got 5 suits, not 4.
Stars involved as well.
Is the other suit.
Does it get quite feisty? Do you get quite competitive?
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rona Lloyd is up there
We've
with
got like a
one.
record book of like who's
The
won
best scores.
the best scores and who's also got the worst scores. Like that's how competitive we are.
How do you work out?
Game, other people get raging. If
Yeah.
they weren't invited, if they weren't
Yeah.
involved, or like
If you're not
how-
involved,
How do you decide who rooms with who?
done for us.
Yeah, coaches and
coaches
team
and-
managers.
So who's the worst roommate to have? Got to be Tomo again, is it?
Who's?
Tomo sleeps a lot.
And it's late, or dead on time.
Yeah, dead on time.
She's dead on time.
Not
That is
late.
yeah.
Snorers are the worst. But
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, if anyone's a snorer, that's like worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's really like a bad roomie.
Yeah.
It's just if you're like your schedule goes with someone else's
Yeah.
schedule. I think
If it
like if you're a
doesn't, it's
sleeper
not
or if you're
good.
not a sleeper or whatever. Yeah, drink tea or don't drink tea. You know, the criteria list really.
The important stuff. Social media has been really important to the women's game to build the reputation and sort of the image of people. Who's all over that? You've got quite a few people that are active on social media.
Meg.
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
you mean?
I'd say
Yeah.
Meg's pretty she like runs our GB account with one of the boys. So I'd say Meg.
And is there a bit of fighting over personal things? Who's holding the camera and who's doing? Tomo's laughing.
Content. We all love a bit of content.
We've got a few photographers though, like these who really like editing and like photography. So like actually that's what they love to do. So also it helps everyone out.
Yeah, it's a win-win, really.
Yeah.
So can we expect some TikToks?
Oh, that's not for me. No.
That's
Yeah.
a list avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did
She's into that.
actually say I do one with her. So maybe.
So yeah,
you
she
might
will.
do.
Yes, she will.
There's got to be in that stadium. There must be people TikToking all over the place. And you guys are. There's a lot of form. There's a lot of previous from your squad.
On
Yeah.
TikToks.
On TikTok.
Or rugby.
Well, Rona's all over it. I mean, Rona
Oh, yeah,
must.
she's good at
Yeah.
that stuff, to be fair.
She loves it though.
We need to get everyone in list together, really.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
collab.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Get some good content then.
No, we'll get them on it this weekend then. We'll
Yeah.
say special request.
Right.
Bruce
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And if you can work happiness egg shaped in there, everyone's happy.
Got you, understood.
Yeah.
Got it, understood. You saw where I was going there. Shona, do you not need to go to physio now?
I mean, I wasn't actually checking the time, but now I have checked the time. I'm probably late, so
Dead on time.
I should probably go.
You're going to be in trouble. Coach Wackers will be giving you a hard time. What's it like having Coach Wackers? He's full of energy, isn't he?
Yeah, full of energy. Sorry, just gonna reshuffle. Sorry, a bit more sensual. Yeah, full of energy. Him and Jimbo are kind of the energy boosters of the team. So yeah, good to have them both on board.
Being in a 7 squad's different from the 15s. You spend so much time together, airports, flying, hotels, in between tournaments, and there's obviously a smaller squad. The relationship you've got with the coach tends to be a bit different. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think, well, especially for me, I've had the chance to work with him for several years, so know him quite well, give him quite a lot of stick. But yeah, I think it's important for the coach to get to know the players as people rather than just players on the pitch, I guess.
And when you pack your bag to head off, is it with a whole load of excitement, knowing that you've got a couple of tournaments to squeeze in and you're not going to be home for a while?
I think
Yeah.
we're away from home quite a bit, so
Yeah.
it is definitely nice to get home and see your friends, family, and everyone like that. But obviously, with the group of girls we've got, it is also very fun to come away.
you spend a lot of time apart because of the geography of the makeup of the squad. How do you keep yourself motivated to train when you're at home, Abbie? What's the, that you're not getting together as a squad all the time until you come together in camp? How do you keep yourself motivated?
I think it's hard. Like it is hard to keep motivated all the time. And I don't think it's something that you can be motivated every single second of every day. But in the same breath, like for me personally, I make sure I go train with the Loughborough girls. So still seeing different people. But also we've got a really good players chat. So we're always chatting on that. So you kind of know that if I'm doing it, like Jaz is doing it, Tomo's doing it, like you're still doing it at the same time as everyone else. So kind of doing your best because you know other people are also doing it.
And I needed Shona to go away before I asked this because she wasn't there, but talk me through your Olympic experience, the three of you. What was it like?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, to get to go to the Olympic Games is always going to be a special moment. A little bit rubbish that it was during, obviously, pandemic and COVID times. Didn't get to experience maybe Tokyo as much as we would have liked to. But, yeah, getting to go and play in Olympic Games is, something you'll never forget.
Amazing for the status of the sport, Abbie, to have it in the Olympics and knowing that pretty much we were all back here watching your games.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Like when we kind of came back, obviously the results didn't go the way we planned it to go. And to kind of come home and everyone's super proud of us. And like you said, everyone was kind of watching it because it was during that pandemic time. Everyone was super supportive with it, which I think was really cool. And the amount of outreach we had, and I definitely got a lot of little girls and their fathers and mothers always like messaging on Instagram being like, thank you so much, like my little girl now wants to play rugby, and like that for us is what it's about. So the fact that it was visible for people back home was super important to us.
Yeah, I'm going to come back to that, but Tomo, I got a bit emotional when you got listed for the team and you got to play. I mean, incredible journey. I know you better than anybody else on the screen. Incredible journey. Were you able to take a moment, or was it just all happening so quickly when you were there?
No, I think I did before we went. So like we got selection, and then like Scott and Rodders like FaceTimed us all just to like talk through selection, whatever, and like just started crying on the screen to them because I didn't ever think I'd go in Olympic Games. But no, it was class. Like definitely took it in every minute, and like we spoke about that as a squad even just before we went. Like it's about the journey. Like we were together for about 6 months or something before we went, and we came fourth in Olympic Games. Like it's still hard coming fourth. Like it's probably one of the worst positions, but like we're all grateful to be there, and definitely during a pandemic to have the program that we had was class. So no, we just soaked up every minute of it. Being Tokyo, like cool country, and yeah, loved every minute of it, being in the village and stuff.
It was amazing watching it.
We made some lifelong friends.
Haven't we?
Oh.
One touch, one try as well.
One touch, one try, 90 seconds.
One touch, one try.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was special. That was the bit I got emotional at, was when you scored your try. It's like, go Tomo. So cool. Abbie, you mentioned it there about that legacy and that impact and inspiring other people. Can you really do that?
Yeah, of course you can. Like that's why we're here, right? That's why we're here doing what we do and trying to fight for rights on TVs and all that kind of stuff. But even playing in stadiums like in Vancouver, some of the girls went up and gave water bottles and stuff to the kids in the crowd, and just interacting with fans and interacting with people, even if they don't really know you, they've just watched you play or they've just witnessed what. Sorry, roommate just tripped. Sorry, Jaz just come over.
Who's arrived?
It was Hev. It was last night.
I met Hev last week.
Oh, there you go.
Hev and I are now best buds.
So even like people going into the crowds and stuff like that, they're also having an impact and they're seeing it at face value. So like I think that's so important and something that I know we spoke about in the past in previous squads, and I think it's something that really resonates with all of us now in the squad.
Jaz, I'm not sure how often male teams are having those conversations, but you guys sound like you're having them and you're aware of it and you're actively seeking out opportunities to do it. How far has it come in the time you've been involved in the game? Because there's probably been more progress in the time you've been involved than there maybe was for the previous 30 odd years.
Yeah, definitely. And I think speaking as a Welsh person, back in Wales, obviously full-time professional programs now in place, which haven't been for forever. So for that to be in place over the last 2 years is huge stepping stones for us as a union. And I know obviously the Scottish contracts have come out. There's been contracts for full-time players for the last 2 years now. So yeah, it's come in heaps and bounds, and yeah, really excited to see where it's going to get to go to.
Yeah, get to go to it. Yeah, it's big class. Is there a bit of banter over Six Nations stuff? Have you got your fantasy league teams?
Yeah, we do actually.
Yeah, we do.
I need to do mine for this week.
Scotland, Wales this weekend.
I'm
That's
going.
going to be a tasty one, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It will.
I only got about 450 points this week.
And mine was pretty bad too, to be fair.
I had like 800.
Yeah.
Top of the league.
Super sub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it all wrong, unfortunately. So I'm back to the drawing board this week. So is there a bit of crack between you about that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's good fun to be fair.
It'll be. I don't think we can watch it at Scotland Wales. I think it's like midnight for us on Saturday night. So
That's annoying.
yeah, can't watch it. But no, there will be some banter definitely.
How good was Chloe's try?
Very good, classic Chloe Rowley.
Yeah.
On the outside, fend try.
She
Always under the one arm. Scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
class.
no class. I think she's got like 15, 16 tries now. So that's like class for her.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That England team, Abbie, are pretty spectacular, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing all right. Doing all right. I think we've got a couple of new faces, but I think it's good to have those new faces in, especially after like the whole World Cup and kind of getting it kind of rebooted and those fresh faces. But no, they are doing well.
When you get to be Sarah Hunter, do you think you just get to decide how you go out? Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm coming on.
She deserves those rights.
So she should.
She should. She's an amazing advocate for not only women's rugby. So I think is when you get to that level and you get to that kind of status, then actually you deserve that, I think.
Some of the photographs of her are so cool.
Yeah.
From the weekend. And the thing I love the most about Sarah Hunter is she still wears the classic Adidas World Cup boots. That is my favorite thing. I love that. She's a class act. So Tomo, let's go to you first. What's the expectation for this weekend? What's the target?
I think like we've just been speaking about like little goals. So like getting out our pool, getting a quarterfinal and putting ourselves in a good place to win a quarterfinal. Like we've been pretty consistent with getting those quarterfinals, but like I think we're definitely in a place where we all want to win one now, and not keep playing the same teams like we've been in New Zealand's pool every tournament. I think so. No, I think get past the quarterfinal would be good marker for us this weekend. Definitely.
Nice, good. Like to hear that. Jaz, do you set yourself targets of tries by the end of a tournament or anything like that? Do you set yourself some personal targets?
Not as such as in like how many tries you can score. I think you set targets like to make tackles, to be good in attack, blah blah blah. But I think as a collective, I think exactly what Tomo said. We're due a win in a quarterfinal now.
Yeah, agree. Abbie, how much time do you put into leadership? Have you got leadership goals that you're looking at for this weekend? Here's how I want to do this, or here's how I want to go about that?
A few bits, but I think it's also just getting the balance right between Meg and I, because obviously I've been out injured for a little while, and Vancouver I was just kind of getting back to things for myself. So definitely more this week, it's kind of how do I help Meg out with that side of things and balance it back out for the team. But yeah, there's always like individual goals I think got to work on, because otherwise like you stop growing otherwise. So yeah, no, definitely some individual goals in there.
Yeah, Coach Wackers was talking very highly of the two of you, saying how well you work together. The yin and the yang almost, I think, was how he put it.
100%. We are the yin and the yang.
Yeah, very cool. Well, thank you all for joining. Tomo maybe knows this, but I'm going to ask you to finish a sentence now. So my happiness is egg-shaped. So Tomo, we'll start with you. Tomo, for you, happiness is?
What's your answer?
You
I'm
go
gonna tell
first
you.
then. Yeah, you go first. You got to answer.
My happiness is my dog.
Nice.
Dog shaped.
No,
that
that's fine. Happiness is your dog. That's fine. Jazz, don't let the Hall of Famer bully you. That's
I mean,
absolutely fine.
bullying.
That is not Bill.
Yeah,
Scottish people bully.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
Tom-
that was
Tomo's got previous for that, unfortunately.
Oh my.
Tomo,
interesting.
come on. Happiness is.
Happiness is fake tan shaped.
Oh,
Oh, shaped. Dog shaped.
Tomo.
Oh.
Abbie,
Really?
go for it. We've got the dog. We've got fake tan. For you, Abbie, happiness is.
Family shaped.
Enjoyment shaped.
Tie-dye.
Or tie-dye shaped.
So say it again.
Okay, let me say again. My happiness is tie-dye shaped.
Tie-dye shape. You like a bit of tie-dye.
I love
Abbie's
tie-dye.
Like.
And you do your own.
Yes, sometimes, yeah.
Don't hit yourself.
My kids did that during lockdown, and they were very pleased with the results.
Yeah, it is good fun. I like
And
it.
are you able to do it in Hong Kong, or is that only something you can do at home?
No, something you can just do at home. Don't have all the bottles here.
I'm looking forward to that. There's another bit of social media content, tie-dye and round at Abbie's.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Bring
Tie-dye.
an item of clothing, and we'll tie-dye at Abbie's.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Gosh,
We'll all
yeah.
finally get to see the new house.
Yeah.
Sure.
The housewarming tie-dye party.
Yeah, there you go.
Good, clean fun. I like it. Well, folks, thank you so much. I've loved speaking to you. It does look like you're in a tent.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
It
But
looks
does
it
look
looks like
that.
trees up the back there.
Yeah, it's
I
a
think
kid's
it
room.
is.
Yeah, it's the kids' room. It's Shona's
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
The bairn. There you go, Lisa. You can tell them who the bairn is. That could be Shona's nickname, the bairn.
Nobody's bairns.
Nobody's bairn.
Oh, I remember this. I didn't understand what you're saying. Sorry.
Rona was saying we looked like nobody's bairns in the
Yeah.
airport with all our rubbish t-shirts on, and yeah, it wasn't going down well.
I didn't understand what you meant.
You like Nibdy's bairn. You didn't belong to anybody. Scruffy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
got it.
it
now.
was, yeah. Got it now with a strong Scottish accent. It's very hard to understand. Something you've never heard of.
Did you? Well, I did say we were finishing, but did you enjoy going to Murrayfield as a group?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh, yeah,
pretty
it's good.
special to be
Yeah.
fair. Being in the stadium when they obviously it's all silent is
Yeah, the anthem
Wow.
was sick. The anthem was sick.
Tomo was
The-
crying next to me, bless her.
Oh.
The picture looked really cool. The selfie looked really cool of you all there. Did people recognize you? Were you getting bothered?
Nope.
No.
No.
Brilliant. No.
No.
Tomo, people must have noticed you in the queue buying beer.
No beer. Mid camp, Bruce.
Yeah. Whenever I see you, you've got a drink in your hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually.
Why?
Don't see him that often. I don't see him that often.
Was your pal Emma there?
Aye, she was in hospitality, of course.
She was in hospitality, of course, and you wouldn't be allowed in there.
No, exactly. It was
Big-
really sad.
And it's because you dropped the F-bomb when you shouldn't.
No, don't swear. I don't swear.
Yeah.
That's right, kids.
Thanks all. Have a great weekend. All the best.
See you later.
See you later.
Love those. Love them all. How good. Shona had to disappear for physio. Tomo was still there. She's going to be in the Melrose Rugby Hall of Fame next week, and I am so lucky that I get to be there. Jaz and Abbie, GB and World 7s superstars. You'll be able to watch them this weekend in Hong Kong, and hopefully they're going to go on and do great things. In the meantime, my name is Bruce Aitchison from the Happiness Is podcast, and my happiness is egg-shaped. I look forward to speaking to you all again very, very soon.